He says in his question, is it permissible to read fiction novels, watch movies, and go to plays? Is fun permissible in Islam? Of course, it is permissible. And the Prophet ﷺ said, سَاعَةٌ وَسَاعَةٌ. 1 hour we are standing up, or one time we are standing up in worship, observing fasting, giving da'wah, reading Quran. And 1 hour we are also worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a different way. In resting, in reading, in swimming, in running, in jogging, in going fishing, in going hunting, playing with our kids. These types of fun are lawful, and when I intend by that to take a break, to give myself some of its rights and my family members some of their rights, I will be rewarded for that. As the Prophet ﷺ said, فَأَعْطِ كُلَّ ذِي حَقٍّ حَقَّ. Give everyone your rights, your wife, your guest, yourself, and most importantly your Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there are certain conditions and certain guidelines have to be drawn, not to go beyond what's permissible into the area of the disliked or even the prohibited. Abdullah ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, narrated, and this is a sound hadith collected by Al-Bukhari, may Allah have mercy on him, that the Prophet ﷺ said, نِعْمَتَانِ مَغْبُونٌ فِيهِمَا كَثِيرٌ مِّنَ النَّاسِ. There are two blessings that many people are negligent of their greatness, and unfortunately they only recognize them when they miss them. The first ni'mah is health, and the second is leisure time or free time. Some people, when they have free time, they don't know what to do, and that's why they say, let's read some novels or go to a movie or watch this or that. But when the time is occupied with useful things, including also reading stories, and what kind of stories or novels the person may read, something productive, something that is useful, that does not contain lies and does not contradict our belief. Could novels contradict our belief? Yes. Just today, by accident, I was reading a novel. Okay? I was reading it in order to examine it whether it's lawful or not, because some people requested me to look at it, some brothers, pertaining one of the popes who died, and then the writer or the novelist is saying that he went to heaven and he was met by the angels, blah blah blah. This novel is not permissible to read, nor publish, nor distribute, because it is contradicting our belief. A novel which is talking about the unseen and things which we have no idea about, the world of the angels, the world of the jinn, paradise or the far of hell, a conversation or a dialogue which only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one who can tell us what's going on there, because as we know that فيها ما لا عين رأت. No eye have ever seen what's happening there. No ear have ever heard what happened there. If it was not for the journey of Al-Mi'raj, in which the Prophet ﷺ was taken into a tour by Jibreel alayhi salam, and he witnessed things and he observed things and he came to us, there's no way that we could figure out how the Jannah look like, and similarly An-Nar. Also determining the fate of people. Another novel is talking about some people who died, then by the power of whatever they were revived again, and they did this and that. So if we have, I don't want to say an authority who would have to read first these books, but some guidelines for novelists before writing. But of course in the West, in the non-Muslim world, novelists would write anything, even criticizing God, even portraying God as a human being, having an intimate relationship with his beloved woman or fiancée or whatever. Unfortunately, the Bible itself has turned into a novel, a fiction novel, by saying that God once cried and he felt sorry for his errors and he regretted. Similarly, the Old Testament, and God was hiding, or Jacob was hiding from God, and God was asking, where are you? I'm sorry, I won't do that again. Things of this nature. Absolutely forbidden for us to read anything like that. Anything that's immoral, anything that incites the fitna or trouble or the illegal desire towards those who are not permissible for you, and of women, of course, and vice versa for men. Anything that is contradicting the concept of aqidah. So if we have anything like that, I encourage then novelists and writers to write to us stories which encourage the youth, encourage the children and adults to be productive, to be creative, to be smart and intelligent, to be with manners, to be well-mannered. And this is what we used to study when we were in elementary and middle school and high school. We have things of this nature. But now, with the internet and the Facebook and Twitter, everybody writes whatever they like. They write all kind of kufr and disbelief, and nobody cares. But I care about myself. Because in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, لا تزول قدم عبد يوم القيامة حتى يسأل عن أربع. You, me, and every person will not be dismissed on the Day of Judgment before having to answer 4 questions. 4 questions. His life, how he spent it. His knowledge, what did he do with it? His wealth, how did he earn it? Where he spent it? His body, how did he use it? So time will be asked about. Health will be asked about. Wealth will be asked about. So we have to keep in mind that time is very valuable. Brothers and sisters, should not be wasted going to a journey in the future or a journey in the unseen, unless if it is something that is confirmed by the wahy that this has happened or it will happen in the future. You cannot just predict on your own and speak on behalf of God.